Good morning, my name is Christopher Shaw and my student number is SCSW K2400052, and today I'm doing a presentation on hazardous substance incident for the subject code OSHH 2613 for the presentation on subject incidents for Wisma Merdeka shopping mall on the chemical TB 3002. My lecturer is Puan Rosaline binti Haji Basran. Here is the instruction for the student, and the subject code that I selected is the other related topic, which is the chemical used by our Wisma Merdeka shopping mall. I would like to introduce the description of the workplace. The nature of business of Wisma Merdeka will consist of retail, providing a space for various tenants to sell products from clothing and accessories to electronics and handicraft. On top of that, we are also providing services, hosting service-oriented business such as hair salon, travel agencies, and financial services such as money changer. And the next one is we are doing a property management for the core business of Wisma Merdeka. Management is the leasing and maintenance of retail spaces. And our working procedure and processes for the tenant management are processing for leasing, rent collecting, and addressing tenants' concern. On top of that, we are also doing the maintenance and operation for the day-to-day jobs such as cleaning, security, facilities upkeep, and to ensure a safe and pleasant environment for all the shoppers. Therefore, we also doing marketing and promotion to initiate to attract customers such as seasonal sales and many more. The hazardous substance report on triethylamine or TB 3002 for Wisma Merdeka shopping mall. I'd like to introduce introduction of the incident. Wisma Merdeka shopping mall, located at the heart of Kota Kinabalu, is one of the earliest shopping commercial complex in East Malaysia, and is a hub for retail, dining, and commercial activities. TB 3002, or known as triethylamine, is used for the various industry and laboratory settings, including cleaning, degreasing, and chemical synthesis. For Wisma Merdeka, we are used in the maintenance for this cooling tower or the air chiller. The significance of addressing this chemical safety in the context of Wisma Merdeka lies in the dual responsibility for ensure both workers' protection and public safety. Shopping malls, unlike isolated industrial facilities, are public-facing environment where any incident involve hazardous substance not only affect employees but also endanger the tenants, contractor, and members of the public. A chemical spill, for example, could trigger evacuation procedure, the interruption of business operation, and undermine public confidence in the safety of the premises. This report examines a TB 3002, a hazardous substance that could be used at Wisma Merdeka shopping mall, and it could cover its property, packaging, labeling requirements, safety handling procedures, and proposal for controlling the measures to mitigate risk. This report also provides in-depth analysis of TB 3002 as a hazardous material used in Wisma Merdeka. The discussion of is constructed around key elements of chemical safety and management, including packaging requirement, labeling obligation, hazardous pictoriums, handling and usage of guidelines, and personal protective equipment. In addition, this report also incorporates an incident-based narrative to contextualize the hazard associated with TB 3002, followed by recommendations on control measures tailored for the commercial shopping complex environment. This ultimate objective of this study is to demonstrate how systems of hazard identification and risk control contribute to the prevention of chemical-related incidents in a complex high-traffic place such as Wisma Merdeka. On the morning of 15th of June, approximately at 9:30 a.m., a maintenance team at Wisma Merdeka shopping mall, who was assigned to conduct a routine chemical dosing of the 6th floor for the cooling tower. The operation involved use of TB 3002, which has been transported from the mall central chemical storage room to the site in a 5-liter plastic container. While the container was functional, it has not been properly resealed after the previous use. As a result, a minor leak occurred during the transportation and leading to the release of TB3002 into the concrete floor of the service corridor adjacent to the stairway. The spill was first detected by the security officer who noticed a strong, pungent odor emanating from the corridor. Shortly therefore, the two maintenance staff working in a close proximity report a symptom of mouth irritation and throat discomfort. Although the quantity of the chemical released was relatively small, estimated at least less than 500 mm, the enclosure nature of the corridor contribute to the rapid accumulation of vapors, thereby increasing the likelihood of exposure. The initial response involved a restricted access to the affected area and ventilation of the corridor opening nearby service door. The maintenance staff was safely escorted out of the containment zone and provided with immediate first aid, including rinsing their eyes with the clean water in the toilet. Unfortunately, the steamer was temporary and no serious injuries occurred. However, the incident required approximately 45 minutes of destruction to restore a normal operation, and the mall management was obliged to file in an internal safety report. So here is the hazard identification for the packing requirement. TB3002 must be stored in a packed and concealed container. Corrosion resistant packing are based on a UN approved container of hazardous commercial hazardous chemical. So here is the actual packing of the chemical. So the labeling of this TB3002 is for the treatment of industrial water treatment, and under this GHS, the global harmonious system requirement, chemical name and single word danger warning, hazard warning, and precaution statement of the supply info. So all this is here in the packet. Yeah, direction of use, precaution statement, and what happened if the spill, and then the supplier name. So the hazard pictogram requires a symbol: corrosive, skin, eye damage, metal corrosion, exclamation mark, irritation, or sensitizer. So on the packing here, you can see there is an exclamation mark or warning. However, when we do the research, thereby we found that this requirement under the GSS required a flammable, scald and corrosion and then exclamation and also corrosion warning sign. Handling and usage. A proper handling or usage of TB3002 are critical to prevent accidents. Storage of the TB2 in a cool, dry and well ventilated area away from the incompleted material, food and drinks. The container should be kept tightly and closed when it not used. Dilution. Follow the manufacturer instruction for dilution. Dilution of the chemical incorrectly can easily reduce its effectiveness or more dangerous create a hazardous reaction. And the application for this chemical is in a controlled manner. Avoid splashing or creating mist. Use a dedicated applicable or sprayer with a controlled flow. Ventilation. Ensure the work area is well ventilated and to prevent a build of harmful vapors. Handling and usage. All personnel handling TB must wear appropriate PPE. That include eye protector, safety goggles, hand protector, which is the chemical what do you call that, glove, and also a body protector and respiratory protection in the especially in the poor ventilated area. Okay. So the proposal for this hazardous a certain report on TB 3002 for Merdeka Shopping Mall is to prevent, in order to prevent a future incident, Wisma Shopping Mall should implement multi-layer approach to control the risk associated with TB 3002. Firstly is the engineering control. Install dedicated well-ventilated storage cabinet for hazardous substance. Use an automated floor scrubber with closed system to reduce human contact with the chemical. And on this engineering control, actually we are getting the quotation from the supplier to install a dosing machine, automated dosing machine, which we only monitored by the computer, and it will reduce a manual risk by the maintenance staff. Number two is the administrative control, to provide a mandatory and regular training for staff who handle the hazardous material. This training should cover proper handling, PPE usage, and emergency procedure. And also at the same time to implement a strict SOP for the use and storage and disposal of TB 3002. And lastly is to maintain a clear-to-date safety data sheet for TB on easy accessible location. Number five, and the third one is the personal protective equipment, or so-called PPE. Staff must wear the correct PPE when handling TB 3002, inclusive glove, goggle, respiratory, and protective footwear. And to ensure a sufficient supply of the correct PPE is always available and well maintained. And D is the emergency measure. Relocate the storage and dedicated chemical room with temperature control. Install a spill response kit. The spill response kit is contain a tray. Install an eye wash station, fire extinguisher readiness, and fire suppression system. Conduct monthly safety audits and staff training, and use digital inventory to track the chemical usage and expiry. In conclusion, the TB 3002 poses a significant risk if mishandled. Proper packaging, labeling, and PPEs are essential. The incident at Wisma Merdeka highlights the needs of improved chemical safety protocol and staff awareness. The use of hazardous substances like TB 3002 is common in commercial setting. While they are effective tools, their inherent danger requires strict controls to protect employees and the public. By implementing this robust packaging and label standard, enforce appropriate PPE, and establish comprehensive administrative and control, Wisma can significantly reduce the risk of incident and happen in the future, and to ensure a safer environment for everyone as well. Here is the reference that I managed to gather under the International Level Organization Safety Data Sheet and Chemical Labeling, Occupational Safety and Health Administration OSHA 2020, Hazard Communication Standard, United Nations, and then official scientific UK Safety Data Sheet on TB 3002, and also Asian Chemical Material Data Sheet retrieved from the Asian, as well as Occupational Safety and Health OSHA 2012 on the communication standard for this chemical, the Global Harmonized System, and National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health NIOSH 2019, the Global System on Classification and Labeling of Chemical, and the last one is CHRA, RIS 2018 third edition. Here is the appendix for the extraction for TB 3002, sample labeling of hazard pictorium and picture of PPE and or storage cabinet. Here is the safety data sheet that I gathered, that we have it in the file and also stored in the storage room on how to handle the chemical, and there are 9 pages here in total. Okay, the appendix for this sample label with hazard pictorial. Okay, and the last part is photo of PPEs of all storage cabinet. Here we don't have a storage cabinet, but we are in the mid of improve the storage capacity, whereby we will put a chemical signage in the storage room as well as the corridor. Here ends the assignment 1 for me. Thank you very much.